Everybody, Rick with Let's Level Up, and I am joined by my good friends at Fireside Games, Marie and Justin DeWitt. And you guys have a lot of really cool stuff coming up. So let's, Marie, let's talk about your baby here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're really excited about Munchkin Panic. It comes out October 8th. It's the street date. And we're just here at Gen Con demoing it, letting people know all about it. So it's a hybrid world of Munchkin and Castle Panic. On the variations that we do on Castle Panic, we really try to take the play that you experience in Castle Panic and kind of turn it inside out or just upset the expectation in some way. So Castle Panic is a really cooperative game, and this adds backstabbing. So.
Which is really weird because again, Castle Panic's a cooperative. Munchkin, furthest thing from co-op that you could ever get.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I have a question. What led to this sort of mixing of the two games, and what led to that relationship between you guys and SGG?
Justin actually used to work for Steve Jackson Games, and we've been good friends with them ever since. We live 15 minutes away from their headquarters, and so Phil Reed, who is the COO over at Steve Jackson Games, came to us actually when Castle Panic first came out and said, I really think we should have a Munchkin Panic. And we were too new and too young at that point, and we said, our brand really couldn't sustain, the glare, of having a partnership like that at that point. But now, with the catalog we have now, we're able to sustain, the attention, that we'll get from Munchkin Panic and really do well by Steve Jackson Games. So he came to us this summer and said, hey, I think it's time to do it. And so we signed the agreement, and now our baby's born.
That's awesome. So is this going to allow us to get the same type of Munchkin character class and race and go up in levels and all that stuff as well?
We've taken the races and classes from Munchkin, and we have turned those into characters that are part of the more Munchkin mini expansion. One of the things that was important to us was for people to dial up or dial down the amount of backstabbing in the game. So with this embedded mini expansion that comes in the game, so it's not something you have to buy separately, it comes in the game, you have characters, and those are based on the races and classes. So and so in Munchkin you can lose your racer class. In Munchkin Panic, you have a character that you play the entire time. So you'll have a special ability and a special nemesis that comes out. And those are all inspired by how those cards work in Munchkin.
Okay.
So.
And there's no levels in the game. Emery worked on the idea of getting levels in. There were a couple of prototypes where it was actually how you fought. Didn't really work out. She streamlined it to where it's much more like Castle Panic, where you're matching typical stuff, fighting with hit cards, and levels that just really didn't work for the game. So we cut them out, and now levels aren't part of it, but this is the closest you get to races and classes. So trying to keep as much as we could of Munchkin in it.
Yeah, sure, but it's still going to allow you to get that little bit of flair to let you know I'm playing a wizard versus somebody who's playing the dwarf.
Exactly. Yeah, my very first prototype, it felt like you were playing Munchkin on the Castle Panic board. It was kind of funny that you could do something like that, but there was far too much Munchkin. I needed to tweak it so that you felt like it was a real hybrid of the games and not just one overtaking the other. So
well, that's awesome. Is there anything particular about Munchkin Panic that you feel is really a big selling point over just picking Castle Panic or Munchkin particularly?
Yeah, absolutely. With Munchkin Panic, you have the monsters from Munchkin, and they are carrying treasure. So when you kill these monsters, you actually get the treasure cards. So that's something you don't get in the base game of Castle Panic. And these treasure cards allow you to have a lot more card combos. So that's something that Castle Panic players and Munchkin players really enjoy doing, is like really boosting up those attacks. And one of the features that I think people will enjoy in the Castle deck, we have curses. One of my favorite curses is Chicken on Your Head curse. And with that one, when you're cursed with Chicken on Your Head, all the players have to randomly select one treasure card, hold it up on their forehead like this, and then the person who played the card can look at all of the cards and pick one of them to add to their hand. So I think that there's a lot of humor that we've retained. There's so much of Munchkin is just so humorous, and that's what people really, one of the things they really enjoy about Munchkin. And so we wanted to infuse that in Munchkin Panic as well.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's just not related to your game, but when we got a cat a couple years ago, and we let our son name it. And at the time, we were playing Munchkin quite a bit, so he named the cat Munchkin. So I can't wait for the next animal we get that's Munchkin Panic, Panic, because he likes to just double up on what he likes.
You want to see more cats? Yes, that is the answer.
So you guys actually have another game coming out in the spring. That's right. So Justin, you want to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, it's going to be the next expansion to Castle Panic. It's probably going to be called the Dark Titan, it looks like right now, and it is based on the idea of a villain, sort of a super monster that comes out and brings his army with him. You're going to get an 8-point monster you have to deal with, so have fun with that. You'll also get some awesome new castle cards, and you will get some really neat new things on the board. Some new monsters that you're going to love and hate at the same time, and these really cool new cards that you're going to get to interact with in a way. You're going to be bringing friendly tokens into your castle to kind of power yourself up. So it's a little bit of an upgrade kind of system that you'll have, and it's a whole new mechanic we haven't seen before. It's going to be all new. We're looking for about a $15 price point. It'll be a little bit staggered in terms of difficulty between Wizard's Tower and Castle Panic, but the cool thing is you can play it with the base game or play it with a Wizard's Tower, like all three together kind of thing. It scales all the way through. Lots of really neat new, oh my god, we're all going to die moments, and just some neat new characters and new mechanics. I'm really excited. I can't wait for it to get out. So.
You enjoy ruining people's days.
I do. Oh, are you winning? Let me help you with that.
Yeah, everyone thinks he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Have you played my games?
Yeah, he's so sweet, and then he's like, let me just kill you. I want to kill everybody.
I'll give you a fighting chance, but yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait for both of these games. So thank you guys for the time. Is there anything either one of you would like to say to the Let's Level Up audience?
We should tell them about the big change in the expansion rule.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So one of the things I want to mention that people are going to love with the More Munchkin mini expansion that's included in the game, you no longer have to protect the castle towers against the monsters. So it's whoever has the highest point count at the end of the game. And it doesn't matter if you have one tower standing or not. So that means it becomes another timer on the game. If you're ahead in point counts, you might want to use these monster enhancers that come with the expansion to actually help the monsters defeat your other players and help them to take out those towers to win. So that really adds a lot of fun to the game.
Does that sound very Munchkin-y? Because we're kind of thinking.
It sounds very Munchkin-y. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's what we were going for.
So when can I get Munchkin Panic?
October 8th. Yeah.
October 8th, and then
vote as we speak.
Okay, and the expansions are included in Munchkin Panic. So you buy the one box, you get everything you see here, plus what's inside there. So
and an exclusive Munchkin die. So.
Yeah, that's right.
I love the color of that. Very nice.
Translucent purple, can't get it anywhere else. So all from us.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Well, Justin and Marie, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll have more stuff from Gen Con.